Mhm. Hello, everybody. Well, I would like to start off by saying that honestly, for the longest time, I felt like weed was my life and my life and everything, and I thought I would smoke weed forever. Um, but I haven't smoked weed in about since the beginning of the year, honestly. Um, and it's kind of because K2 fucked it up for me. Um, well, the first time I ever smoked K2, I like I said to myself afterwards, I am never going to touch this shit again, ever. Because it was just a very odd feeling that it gave me. It was like, um, it felt as though I was on the edge of something that I wasn't supposed to be on the edge of, I suppose. And like, but obviously I did do it again, or else I wouldn't be making this video. Um, well, pretty much what I started smoking it steadily, um, for about 2 months. And I mean, I was fine, whenever I would smoke it, I'd be like, I mean, it'd be weird, it'd be like trippy, but it'd be like good trippy. Um, but then finally, one morning, I woke up for like a fake wake and bake, and like my boyfriend gave me this what he called a mega hit. Pretty much, he put his mouth on the bowl and blew into it, so I got like twice the amount of smoke. And after one hit, literally, like it felt as though this like warm vibration tingliness like traveled up my spine and like to the very back of my head, like in it, like in my neck, and it was very physical. Um, and then I blacked out and I ran. I was running down the street, like running, and like when I came to realization that I was running, I was looking around and I was like, how did I get here? Oh, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. And my boyfriend was running behind me and he was saying, Stina, where are you going? Why are you running? Oh my gosh, blah blah blah. Like, where are you going? And I was thinking to myself, I have to get out of here. And I have to get out of here. And but nothing was coming out of my mouth. Like it all was coming out like mush. Like it came out like sounding like I guess I guess and I could not talk at all. And then somehow I don't remember how, but and he got me to go back to the porch. Um and so I was sitting there and that's when the repeating started. Like I was going in and out of consciousness, and when I was in consciousness it felt as though I was in some kind of like infinite loop, and it was horrible. Like I kept thinking to myself, is this ever gonna stop? Oh my gosh. And I was like playing it, and I was like playing with it. Like I was trying to do different reactions at the end of everything to see if it would stop, and it didn't. And every movement, everything everybody said, everything I said, everything I did, everything everybody did, it all was in like a circle. It was like it was like I was in a different world. It was like time was circular instead of lateral. It was horrifying, and I was wondering if it was ever going to stop because it felt like it was going on forever. And I just, I felt like I was in, at one point I felt as if I was in some kind of overdose TV show or something that was showing you what the last few seconds of an overdose are like before you die. And like I literally thought that my life was changing, that everything was changing, and like I thought it was gonna stay like that. I was so scared, and I like ran over to the fence at one point. That happened about 5 times to me. That I ran over to the fence and I jumped on it and I like was leaning over it and I was going but nothing was coming out and my boyfriend was like, "Oh, are you gonna puke?" "Oh yeah, that's good. Get it out." And he patted me and I was like trying to like gag something out that wasn't coming out. And that happened like about 5 times um in my mind, I guess. And I just that went on for a while, like the loop thing. And then finally, like Andrew was like staring me in the face and yelling at me. Like his voice was so loud and everything around him was vibrating. Like nothing around him was clear. It was all blurry and vibrating and his face was the only thing that was clear. And he just like his eyes were so vivid and it was crazy looking. Like his face was too big for everything around it. And he was like, "We need to go into the shower right now." And I was like, okay." And I guess I started taking off my clothes right there while I was outside. I don't remember this. He said I was taking off my clothes outside, saying, "Let's go in the shower." I mean, and then I do remember this though. I made up a song in my head, um, and I don't remember what it was now, but I wanted to write it down, and I ran into the room, and I grabbed my roommate's piece of bank paper, or like some kind of important thing, and I didn't know what it was. I was just like, "Oh, it's a piece of paper. I'm gonna write my song on it." So I wrote on the back of it, and after I was like sobered up, I looked at it, and it was like all scribbles, like totally illegible. And I was like, "Damn it!" I kind of wanted to see what it said, but I mean, Andrew didn't know what I was doing. He just like stared at me and like was trying to get me to stop the whole time. And I didn't know what was going on at all. Like I was so confused and so like scared a lot of the times, and I couldn't talk and I couldn't tell anybody what was going on. Whenever I would try, it would come out like like nothing was working except for like I could think, and that was it. It was horrible. Like I mean, my friend and I were walking down the street, um, and he was trying to calm me down, and he was singing Colt 45, and it was like one of the first times that I've ever heard somebody sing that, and he I thought at the end of it he said something about dragon scales. So like, and it was really hot and sunny outside, and I was looking at the street, and it looked literally like dragon scales, and I thought we were like in this um fiery dragon world of some sort, and I I don't know. It was just very, very intense. I mean, I would have to say the worst part was the infinite loop thing. Like that was so terrifying.
What did the roommate say about you writing on his bank paper?
She freaked out. She freaked the fuck out. She was like, when she came back home, she was like, "What the hell, you guys? It's fucking rolling up this paper, blah blah blah." And Andrew like took her aside and was explaining to her what happened. Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so in conclusion, just don't try K2. Don't try spice. It sucks. It ruined my weed experiences for me. I can't even smoke weed anymore without being nervous, and it sucks. It really does. So just don't do it. It's horrible. Like, you don't want to feel like that. It is the worst feeling ever. Like, I mean, if you're gonna go out and do hallucinogenics, do something other than spice. I'm telling you, it is so bad. Alright, thank you.